Good morning, dear students. How are you all? I hope that you all are fine and safe at your home. Are you ready to learn a new poem today? Very good. So, today we are going to learn a new poem. And before moving on to the poem, I'll show you a short video. Have you seen the video? What was the video about? Yes, it was a video of a flowers. It shows how flowers blooming and how flowers being a part of the nature enjoys their life. So today we are going to learn the poem Song of the Flower written by Khalil Gibran. So we are going to learn the poem Song of the Flower written by Khalil Gibran. And before moving into the poem, I'll tell you some details about the author. Our author, Khalil Gibran, is a Lebanese poet. He's mainly famous for being a poet, a writer, short story writer, essays, and he also wrote many philosophical essays. He was also known as a great philosopher, but he was not very much likely to be known as a philosopher. So he rejected his fame as a philosopher, but he is also a philosopher as he wrote a number of philosophical essays. So, and the most important work written by Khalil Gibran is The Prophet, and that was an inspirational writing written by Khalil Gibran. In today's class, we are going to learn the poem Song of the Flower, and this is a song or this is a poem written by Khalil Gibran about flowers and how flowers, being a part of nature, lives or from what they do from dawn to dusk and what all things they are capable of and how in which all ways that they are helpful to us, etc. So in today's class we are going to study about the life of the flowers. So now you have to take your textbook and read the first three paragraphs of the stanzas of the poem, and you have to tell me which are the new words you found in the first three stanzas of the poem. Now it's time for you to read the poem. Read it carefully and tell me which are the new words you found in the first 3 stanzas of the poem. Have you finished reading? Now tell me which are the new words you found in the first 3 stanzas of the poem. Okay, the first word is uttered, rear, conceive, and bidding, and eventide. So the new words you told me are utter, rear, conceive, bidding, and eventide. And the first word, now we will discuss the meaning of these new words one by one. And the first word you told me is utter. And what is the meaning of the word utter? The meaning of the word utter is to say something. The meaning of the word utter is to say something. So I hope that the meaning of the word utter is very clear for you. So the meaning of the word utter is say something. And the next word you told me is rear. I'll show you a picture and you will understand what the meaning of the word rear is. What do you see in the picture? This is a picture of someone taking care of a baby parrot. So, the meaning of the word rear, the meaning of the word rear is bring up and care for until they are fully grown. So, the meaning of the word rear is taking care of something until they are fully grown. So, I hope that the meaning of the word is also clear for you. And the next word, so the meaning of the word rear is taking care of. And the next word is conceive. I'll show you a picture. You see a picture, right? What is the picture about? It is the picture of a pregnant woman. So, the meaning of the word conceive is, the meaning of the word conceive is to create or to become pregnant with. So, the meaning of the word conceive is to create or be pregnant with. The next word you told me is bidding. You see a picture here, right? What is the man in the picture doing? He is waving goodbye or he is saying goodbye to his family. So, the meaning of the word bidding is utter a greeting or farewell to. So, the meaning of the word bidding is utter a farewell or greeting to. So, the meaning of the word bidding is utter a farewell to. And the last word you told me is eventide. So, you see a picture here, right? What is the picture about? It is, the picture shows an evening time. So, the meaning of the word eventide is the end of the day or evening. So, the meaning of the word eventide is the end of the day or evening. So we have learned 5 new words today. And which are those words? Utter, real, conceive, bidding, and eventide. I hope that the meaning of these new words are clear for you. So you have to write down the meaning of these new words in your notebook and you have to study it when you come in your next class. So, okay, now you have to read the first 3 stanzas of the poem and you have to tell me examples for metaphors from the first 3 stanzas of the poem. And before going to that, do you know what metaphors are? I'll tell you what a metaphor is. So, a metaphor is a figure of speech in which a word or phrase is applied to an object or action to which it is not generally or literally applicable. Yes, very good, Swarna. Metaphor is a figure of speech we use for comparison. So, now you can read the first 3 stanzas of the poem and you have to tell me examples for metaphors from the first 3 stanzas of the poem. Have you found any examples for metaphors in the first 3 stanzas? Very good. Very good. I am a kind word uttered and repeated by the words of the nature, and I am a star fallen from. In these lines, the poet compares the flower to, we know that the speaker of this poem is the flower, and in this poem, in the first line of the poem, the speaker compares the flower to a kind word uttered and repeated. And in the next lines, the poet compares the flower to a star fallen from the blue tent upon the green carpet. So, in these lines, the poet compares the flower to a kind word and a star. So, you all know what metaphors are very good. And now, I'll read the poem loudly for you. You have to listen to me carefully and I'll ask you some questions. Okay, and you have to answer me. Song of the Flower by Khalil Gibran. I am a kind word uttered and repeated by the voice of nature. I am a star fallen from the blue tent upon the green carpet. I am the daughter of the elements with whom winter conceived, to whom spring gave birth. I was reared in the lap of the summer, and I slept in the bud of autumn. At dawn, I unite with the breeze to announce the coming of light. At eventide, I join the birds in bidding the light farewell. So, have you listened to me carefully? Very good. So, this is a poem in which Khalil Gibran says about the life of the flower as they are part of the nature. And the speaker of the poem is the flower. In the first stanza, the poet uses the word I. So, the poet says about the life of the flower, and the poet is using the flower as the speaker of the poem. In the first stanzas of the poem, the poet says how the life of the flower is like from the dawn to dusk and how flowers are helpful to us in our day-to-day life and how they are being a part of the nature is doing their duties and how their life is. So now I'll ask you some questions and you have to answer me. What is the title of the poem? Yes, the title of the poem is Song of the Flower. And who is the author of the poem? Khalil Gibran. Very good. Khalil Gibran is the author of the poem. And in the poem, the poet says that flowers are reared. So, according to him, who reared the flowers? Or where did the flowers are reared? Very good. Flowers are reared in the lap of the summer. And whom did the flowers unite at the eventide or in the evening? Whom did the flowers unite in the evening? The flowers unite with the breeze to bidding the light farewell. So in the evening, the flowers unite with the breeze in bidding the light farewell. So you all listen to me very carefully and you all have an idea of what the poem is. Now I'll give you a task. You have to be in your groups and you have to write the profile of the author Khalil Gibran. And before moving on to the writing task, I'll tell you what are the things we have to keep in mind while writing a profile. Okay, so while writing a profile, we have to keep in mind some things. So, the name of the person should be given at the top of the profile, and the sentences should be short and meaningful. And we should add details like the awards, contributions, etc. of the person. And we have to include details like the basic details about the author also. So we have to keep in mind these things while writing a profile. What are the things? We have to write the name of the person at the top of the profile, and the sentences we use in the profile should be short and meaningful, and we have to include details like the awards, the contributions, etc. the person has received and has done to the society. So now it's the time for you to write it. Have you finished writing? Very good. And now I'll give you my version of the profile. You have to listen to me carefully. Okay. Khalil Gibran. Gibran Khalil Gibran was born on 6 January 1883 in Lebanese. He is a renowned writer, poet, and a visual artist. His most famous work is The Prophet, which was published in 1923. He also explored literary forms like poetry, short stories, essays, fables, etc. Gibran was greatly influenced by the works of William Blake. So, this is the profile that I prepared. I have given the name of the author at the top, that is Khalil Gibran, and then I give the full name of the author, that is the full name of the author is Gibran Khalil Gibran, and he is generally known as Khalil Gibran. And I have included details about the nationality of the author, that is the poet is a Lebanese. His nationality is Lebanese, and he is famous for his famous work is The Prophet, and he is also famous as for his poetry, short stories, essays, fables, etc. So this is how you should prepare a profile. So I hope that you have a clear understanding of how to prepare a profile. So today we have learned how to prepare a profile and what a metaphor is, and also we have studied 5 new words. And which was the chapter we studied or the poem we studied today? We learned the poem Song of the Flower today. So it was written by Khalil Gibran. So this is all for today. And before winding up the class, I'll give you homework. You have to write a critical appreciation of the first 3 stanzas of the poem when you come tomorrow. I hope you all enjoyed the class very well. So you have to write the homework when you come tomorrow. Thank you. Nice day.